Yeah! 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 What's wrong with you, man?
Hello, I'm Morgan Obama Friedman Barack, and today we will be discussing the French philosophers and the period during the Enlightenment.
Well, John Locke was born in Wigston, Somerset, England in
August
1632.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
On the 29th day.
Was it 29th?
Yeah, August
I didn't know
29th.
Anyway, so this guy, right, he was born. He was really interesting. He had hands and fingers.
And eyes. Eyes.
Well, the social contract was something proposed by John Locke in which the people of a certain country had to give up their rights to the government. Now, the belief was by John Locke that if the government is unable to protect the rights of the people, then the people had a right to overthrow.
Well, one of Locke's main accomplishments was that he believed in the three rights. The right to life, liberty, and land. His ideas helped inspire the struggle for liberty in Europe and the Americas. His writings also influenced Voltaire and Rousseau.
Oh, there was this guy once, and his name is John Locke! And he did some stuff that was pretty cool. Back in he turned me on to drugs.
Yeah, man, he was good. He was a good customer, you know. He was a good friend. He was a good friend of mine. Yeah, I knew him for a long time. Yeah, he believed in life, liberty, justice, and yeah, he believed in all people should live evil. I believe in that.
Okay, well, there was this guy once, right? His name was Thomas Hobbes. Anyway, he was pretty crazy like me, but he had some good things, too. He believed that every man was created horrible, and that his morale was a clean slate to be infected upon by human minds. He also believed that without a single central government, such as a monarchy, that humans could not survive and they would revert to their savage nature, like me. The pain!
I met Thomas Hobbes in London in 1588. We were best buddies in elementary school, but I don't know why he was my best buddy. I mean, he was a real bad guy, you know? Like, I'm a bounty hunter, and I would shoot him if I had the opportunity right now. Well, anyways, we were buddies, like, from elementary up until Oxford University, and yeah, in England, where he studied classics. Like, Hobbes traveled to other European countries several times to meet with scientists and, you know, to study different forms of government. You know, during his time outside England, Hobbes became interested in why people allowed themselves to be ruled and what would be the best form of government for England. In 1651, like, Hobbes wrote his most famous work entitled Leviathan. In it, he argued that people were naturally wicked and could not be trusted to govern.
Yeah, you know, we went to superhero school together after I got my bite on my arm right here from that spider. He was a good friend. He didn't talk crap about it. He was good. I believe he was born in Paris, you know. Yeah, with a middle-class family at the time. It was pretty crazy. By the way, I'm Spider-Man, and he got arrested a few times. It was pretty great.
French writer, satirist, the embodiment of the 18th century. Enlightened. Those are some words to describe the philosopher Voltaire. Voltaire is remembered as a crusader against tyranny and bigotry. Voltaire's worldview was more skeptical. But both of their ideas influenced deeply the French Revolution. He disliked other philosophers such as Rousseau, and even wrote to him in 1761. One feels like crawling on all fours after reading your work. Those were some of his words. He was a good man. Met him in high school.
Voltaire did not support the dogmatic theology of institutional religions. His religiosity was anti-clerical. His brother Armand, who was a fundamentalist Catholic, Voltaire did not get on as well as.
By the time he had left school, Voltaire had decided he wanted to become a writer, against the wishes of his father, who did want him to become a lawyer instead. Voltaire, pretending to work in Paris as an assistant to a lawyer, spent much of his time writing poetry. When his father had found him out, he sent Voltaire to study law, this time in Normandy. Nevertheless, he continued to write, producing essays and historical studies not always noted for their accuracy, though most were. Voltaire's wit made him popular among some of the aristocratic families he mixed with. His father then obtained a job for him as secretary to the English ambassador in the Netherlands.
Wait, it's actually French ambassador.
What?
It's French ambassador.
Whatever, I don't care. It's not my final god.
So, as a fellow philosopher in everything, Montesquieu was a very good friend of mine. I taught him everything I know. He now knows how to fight because of me. I know, I'm amazing. And, but yes, his theories is based on separation of power in the government. He wants democracy and eliminated monarch. And there's honey. Okay, my train of thought. He wants democracy unlimited to monarch, and his lesson on the king's power. So he made the legislature executive and the judicial, also the check and balance. Now see, it's very interesting. It's because I don't remember how I know him exactly.
So we have learned a lot about the philosophers of the Enlightenment today. But until next time, I am Morgan Obama Friedman Barack.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Productions.
The hell?
Hello and good morning. I am Morgan Obama Friedman Barack. And today we'll be discussing the famous French philosophers during the age of the Enlightenment. Hello, I'm Morgan Obama Friedman Barack. Hello, I'm Morgan Obama Friedman Barack. And today we'll be discussing the
You got it? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That was horrible.
You're smart.
So,
Alright. Oh, wait. Okay.
Sorry,
Wait, start,
just
okay.
start. Go ahead.
Alright. Thomas Hobbes was born in London in 1588. That's when I met him at, like, elementary school. Wait, okay, start.
Why?
just don't show your face.
Where are the cups?
Mr. Milbank was a tight man.
No, you should, you should say I went to college with Voltaire and Mr. Milbank.
Can we dedicate this to Mr. Milbank?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's dedicate this at the beginning.
Voltaire
to
or
Mr. Milbank.
Voltaire?
Do you need your mask,
Voltaire? Yeah, of course I need my mask. But the cool thing is that no one will know it's me.
Dude, we're gonna dedicate this to Mr. Milbank.